She dropped my children off. This was Sunday. Dropped my children off with all 4 of my children with a female babysitter who has a child. So there's 5 kids for her. There's 5 kids for her in an apartment, right? And Melody goes to a whole nother state. Guys, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But Melody goes to a whole nother state. And she hasn't come back to this day. And today is Wednesday.
Martell Holt just got hit with news he never saw coming. And if the rumors are even halfway true, this one's not just a small update, it's a full-blown game changer. Word on the street says that Melody Shari might be pregnant. And here's the kicker, the baby might not be Martell's. And the man everyone's whispering about? None other than Hill Harper, the well-known actor, activist, and author. Now, before anyone brushes this off as just another wild internet rumor, here's the thing. The clues didn't come out of nowhere. They've been slowly stacking up for weeks, piece by piece.
No.
Like,
I'm not making it a big issue.
Yeah, don't let that
It-
mess up the friendship
But
or
no,
nothing.
oh no, hell no. It's not gonna mess up our
Okay,
friendship.
okay.
But it's more like, don't ever do that again, though. I would not go to your ex-wife before I come to you, the man, first. Period.
It all began when fans noticed Melody switching up her usual look. She went from bright, bold fashion to softer tones, looser clothes, gentle lighting, and captions that hinted at peace and new beginnings. At first, nobody thought much of it. Celebrities reinvent themselves all the time. But then came the sighting. Someone claimed they saw Melody at a women's wellness clinic in Atlanta, and she wasn't alone. According to that witness, a tall, well-dressed man was right there beside her. It didn't take long for fans to start connecting dots, and Hill Harper's name suddenly started floating through the gossip circles. Then, before anyone could process it, Martell allegedly had a breakdown during filming of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Multiple sources claimed he was pacing around, raising his voice, and snapping at producers. One insider said Martell even shouted, "She wants the world to think I'm replaceable." That one line said everything. It wasn't just about a rumor or a possible baby, it was about control. The idea that Melody could move on from him completely, live her life without chaos, and be celebrated for it, that's what hit him hardest. Now, let's be real. Hill Harper isn't your typical gossip blog name. This man's known for being intelligent, private, and respected. He's an actor with multiple awards, a Harvard Law graduate, and someone who's been connected to powerful circles, even rumored friends with Michelle Obama. So when people noticed that Hill liked a few of Melody's posts on Instagram and then she followed him back, fans immediately noticed.
Marcus, talking to you, so why you posting pictures, showing stuff? Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't ever touch Martell Holt's kids.
Because fans always notice. At first, it looked harmless, 2 public figures supporting each other. But soon after, that's when the pregnancy rumors exploded. Blogs started running wild headlines like, "Award-winning actor prepares for fatherhood," and "Melody Shari spotted with mystery man." Suddenly, Martell wasn't just the ex, he was on the outside looking in. For a while, things between Martell and Melody had seemed to quiet down. They'd gone through years of chaos, infidelity, divorce, custody battles, public arguments, and fans thought they were finally at peace. But those who've watched Love and Marriage Huntsville from the start knew better. When things get too calm between those two, something's always brewing beneath the surface. Their relationship has always been built on tension and power shifts. Whenever one of them takes a step forward, the other scrambles to regain control. So when Martell started being publicly nice to Melody, complimenting her, staying calm in interviews, people could sense something was off. It felt performative, like he was trying to hold on to an image he already knew was slipping away. And then, like clockwork, came the unexpected name, Hill Harper. When fans started seeing Melody and Hill interacting online, it seemed random. Hill doesn't usually involve himself in messy celebrity gossip. He's not a clout chaser, and he's never been one to date publicly. That's exactly what made this rumor so shocking. It didn't fit his usual image. Then, a mysterious tweet appeared, claiming Melody had been spotted at a wellness center in Atlanta with a tall man. No name was mentioned, but people assumed it was Hill. The tweet disappeared within minutes, deleted fast, but not before someone screenshot it.
Growth in that is amazing because I used to be ready to check people all the time, and I literally had to spend some time with myself, learn to truly love myself after such a big divorce and scandal, right? And to get back to who is Melody? Who is Melody? What does Melody desire? Oh, Melody desires peace more than, you know what I'm saying? That's big for me. Melody desires to be in situations where I'm happy. I love people around me who are laughing, having a good time. We cut up. I'm a high-key comedian, by the way, so we cut up all the time, right?
It showed a woman who looked a lot like Melody leaving a clinic, dressed down in leggings, hoodie, and sunglasses. Next to her was a tall man holding a smoothie. The internet went crazy. TikToks, Reddit threads, YouTube gossip pages, everyone had an opinion. People started guessing due dates, gender reveals, and even possible baby names. The story went viral overnight. Meanwhile, Martell was reportedly losing it behind the scenes. Sources said producers had to pull him aside to calm him down. He was emotional, angry, and kept repeating that line, "She wants the world to think I'm replaceable." That statement revealed more than Martell probably intended. This wasn't just jealousy, it was fear. For years, he's been the center of the story, the man everyone talked about, for better or worse. Now, if Melody really was pregnant and happy with someone else, especially someone as stable and respected as Hill Harper, then Martell wasn't the leading man anymore. He was just the past, and that's a role he clearly wasn't ready to accept. Then, just when fans thought the drama couldn't get any wilder, Hill Harper finally spoke up. At a community panel about fatherhood and black male leadership, Hill Harper was asked directly about the rumors. It wasn't a gossip event, it was a serious, professional gathering. But someone in the audience just couldn't resist. They asked, "Are you expecting a baby with Melody Cherie?" Most celebrities would have laughed it off or dodged it. Hill didn't. He stayed calm, looked the person right in the eye, and said, "There is no pregnancy, and we are not in a relationship." But he didn't stop there. Hill followed up by saying he had nothing but respect for Melody. He called her a strong, determined woman doing incredible things. He didn't talk about the show, the rumors, or the gossip. He just showed respect and moved on. Then came the line that shut everything down. "I don't do blogs. I keep my personal life private." That was his polite way of saying, "Don't drag me into this circus." While Hill bowed out of the drama, Melody went quiet, but her silence spoke louder than words. Her Instagram turned into a soft, glowing gallery of aesthetic photos, neutral tones, peaceful captions, flowing outfits. Every picture looked intentional, and people noticed one very specific thing. Her midsection was always covered. Then came the post that broke the internet. A baby bottle emoji, a flower, and a white heart. That tiny post sent fans into full meltdown mode. Blogs exploded. Fan pages went wild. People started saying this was her subtle way of confirming the pregnancy without actually saying it. Not long after, a short, blurry video surfaced online. It showed a woman who looked like Melody being helped into a black SUV outside a wellness clinic. She moved carefully, and a tall man walked beside her, opening the door. The footage wasn't crystal clear, but fans didn't care. They were convinced it was her. They compared walking styles, outfits, even the man's sneakers. To them, it was confirmation. Right after that post went viral, Martell hopped online. But in typical Martell fashion, he didn't address it directly. Instead, he posted a cryptic message on Instagram: "Watch who you build with. Not everything that glitters is gold." Then, later that night, he went live. His eyes looked tired, his voice frustrated. He talked about people pretending to move on while still playing games. He never said Melody's name, but he didn't have to. Fans could feel exactly who he was talking about. The comment section blew up instantly. Some fans told him to let it go. Others defended him, saying anyone would be upset seeing their ex move on so publicly. But one thing was clear: Martell was spiraling again. Just when things started to cool down, another twist hit the internet. A random Instagram fan page posted a photo that appeared to show a gender reveal celebration. The image showed a pastel pink and white cake with gold icing that read, "It's a girl." Balloons floated in the background, and though the people's faces were blurred, one small detail stood out: a hand wearing a ring that fans instantly recognized as Melody's. That was all it took. Within minutes, the picture spread like wildfire. Screenshots filled Twitter, Facebook groups, and blogs. The original post got deleted quickly, but the internet had already seen it. Still, Melody never confirmed anything. No reposts, no captions, no statements. She stayed completely silent. And that's when fans realized something deeper. This wasn't just about a pregnancy. This was about power. Melody wasn't running from the rumors. She was controlling them. Every post, every silence, every soft photo, it was all strategy. Then, out of nowhere, Melody dropped the image that changed everything. A calm, elegant photo of herself resting her hand on her stomach. A few days later, a TikTok surfaced from someone claiming to have seen her weeks earlier at the same clinic in Atlanta. It showed Melody walking on the beach, glowing and smiling. The internet exploded again. Congratulations poured in, and hashtags like #MelodyNewBeginnings started trending. Meanwhile, on Martell feed, things were chaotic. He posted a story that read, "Certain wounds never go away, especially when lies reopen them." That post stayed up for about an hour before it disappeared, but not before screenshots went viral. Fans started asking the question no one could ignore: was Martell heartbroken, or just angry he was no longer in control? For a long time, Martell controlled the story. Whether he was the hero or the villain, the spotlight always stayed on him. But now, Melody flipped the script. Without saying a word, she became the one everyone talked about. And this time, it wasn't because of drama or heartbreak. It was because she carried herself with grace, silence, and confidence. Hill Harper kept his dignity intact, stepping back from the chaos. Melody stayed calm, mysterious, and elegant. And Martell, he was left reacting, posting, and deleting. That's the biggest twist of all. This wasn't just about a possible pregnancy. It was about a woman taking back her story and a man realizing he no longer controlled it. So, what do you think? Was this all about a baby or about a power shift years in the making? Is Martell truly heartbroken or just struggling with the fact that the world finally sees that Melody doesn't need him anymore? One thing's for sure, if this is how Melody announces a baby, imagine what else she's keeping private.